And good day. This is Kent Barnes, and this particular podcast for the week of November the 1st deals with budget. Now, not necessarily the budget for this school year, but the budget for 2011 2012, that school year. As I've mentioned for the last 18 months, the cliff, the abyss that is forthcoming for this upcoming school year 2011 2012 is going to be very significant. And it is akin to a few things, very simply stated. The federal monies that we've had, the ARRA, and other some one time monies, are falling off the table. Budget for school districts, we're not just alone. When Mr. Snyder and the various elected officials take their offices in January, they'll be faced with a 1.4 to 1.6 billion dollar deficit. And that, depending on how you like to count dollars, that's approximately 17% of the current general fund budget. It deals with everything from revenue sharing, higher ed, the Department of Health Services, the Department of Corrections, and then you have the school aid fund, which is separate. But the school aid fund does get money from the state's general fund. The $154 reduction that we were supposed to get for school districts per student is being offset by the federal Ed Jobs bill, but that money's not around forever. We in Holly, in the Holly Area School District, are just like every other school district in Michigan. One of the things that I am hopeful for in this next legislative session is that the legislators will truly look at unfunded mandates. The Supreme Court has made a ruling about unfunded mandates, and unfortunately, and one simple thing is how we send in recorded data, and there seems to be some disagreement among the State Department of Ed and the Supreme Court about what we still should be doing to meet various mandates. So I'm hopeful that all of these discussions will occur and that people will understand that we don't receive money for everything that we have to do. And that's why they're called unfunded mandates. The equation is still very simple. Revenue equals or is greater than or less than programs and needed activities on our part as mandated by state or federal law. So I'm going to change a bit of what I've been doing with budget committees. Now, we'll be still having a lot of community input. We'll still be having meetings with various schools in our school district. We'll be meeting with our unions. Those things aren't changing. I'm not sure we're going to have as many large scale meetings with our own employees because this year we also have negotiations. If the board chooses to do the elementary housing study, we have several large uh, endeavors. I don't want to take people out of the classroom too often because I think that has a negative impact on our students. So, indeed, I will be putting forth a plan here within the next few weeks of a timeline of what I'm going to be doing and how we're going to be doing it. But to think that no one is thinking about budget in the public schools, that would be an erroneous assumption. And just want to let you know the $208 million that was taken from the school aid fund, whether I like it or dislike it, it happened. What my fear is come January, with the January revenue consensus meeting, the state will find that it's in worse shape than they thought, and they'll want to take more money from the school aid fund. Uh, as more information becomes available as we approach that, and we're still quite a few weeks away from that, obviously that will be covered in the media and we'll be sending out things to our parents and stakeholders. But please note that budget this next year will be again a matter of prioritization. And I will look for the input of our stakeholders, our parents, our community members, as to what they value. So, as always, I thank you very much. And we have just one more podcast this week. And again, whether you have watched all of them or just part of them, indeed, I thank you. And as a reminder, my email address is right above this screen. So if you have ideas on budget, I always look forward to that. Or you can mail me at 920 Baird Street, Holly, Michigan, 48442. Thank you very much. Have a great day.